I did. It's spinning. Hopefully nobody can hear me. Or hopefully they do. I don't know. Welcome, everyone. If you can hear me, I don't think you can yet.
No, it's strange. Do you want me to try hit and go live?
Yeah, go for it. Having trouble connecting. Please check your internet connection.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's AMA. Great to be here. I've got Diamond and Marky here. We'll just give it a couple of minutes to let folk roll in, and then we can do a wee overview of the agenda before we dive in.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm coming at you guys from sunny Cyprus on the hunt for the bomb mansion.
Nice.
I've got to say, I'm impressed so far. Awesome weather, cheap Lambo fuel for when we hit 10k PHub, at least in relative terms versus the UK. And yeah, having an awesome time.
Yeah,
That's
I can't
awesome.
can't wait to come join you in Bomb Mansion out there.
Oh yeah, awesome. We'll just give it another 20 seconds or so to let folk roll in, but thanks for those who are already with us.
Yeah, I guess everyone's out enjoying one of the last few nice days before the winter gets here.
Yeah.
It is a really beautiful day today. Was on spent the weekend building a patio, and I was outside having a little coffee on the patio right before the meeting, the AMA. It's a beautiful day.
Nice. Yeah, be all the sweeter when you know you've created it yourself.
Oh yeah.
Already reaping the rewards of your hard labor.
Yeah. Totally. Awesome. Okay.
Right.
I think, yeah, we can get started. So in terms of agenda for today, we're going to talk all things PolyPegs launch. So give you guys the lowdown in terms of what the plan is for launch, the improvements that we've made to make sure that we've taken the learnings from SnowPegs and make sure that we have a really successful launch. And then we want to give you a bit of an update on the bomb app, and particularly hone in on the referral scheme, which we are very excited about, given it's going to give investors just the opportunity to earn free cash through talking about the mobile app and referring friends, but also is going to be great for the overall health of our ecosystem as well. So I think we will start with an update on PolyPegs. So just as a reminder, this is a really important milestone on our roadmap. So it's us expanding our offering to a new blockchain. So this one will be Polygon, as decided by the community, and we'll be launching on the website on the 17th of this month, and then it'll be the case that the Genesis farms will go live on the 24th of October. So PolyPegs in itself will be a seniorage protocol, as many of you know and love. But as always, we'll be making sure that we expand our PegHub offering as well, in that the farms that appear on PolyPegs will also be available as auto vaults. And the great thing is that through this launch, that's going to happen in much closer proximity to the launch of the seniorage protocol. In fact, it should actually be on the same day. So those users that just want, a really simple experience, just zap in and basically watch their deposits grow, then they'll be able to do that pretty much immediately. So in terms of, I guess, some of the need to know info, it'll be the case that you will need a Bomb Evolution NFT to jump into the Genesis farm. So you can pick one up over at bombevolution.com if you've not currently got one at the moment. And in terms of the coins that you'll be able to dive into the Genesis farms with, it'll be the case that you can farm both Matic and USDC. So there'll be two choices. So if we step into some of the improvements that we've made to make sure that we set ourselves up for a successful launch. First of all, it will be the case that in terms of peg tokens, we are just going with a single peg. So it will be the case that you'll be able to farm Polymatic, and we believe that is going to be a great point to start to set ourselves up for success, given funds will be more concentrated into just the main blue chip asset. So that's the first thing. Diamond, were you going to add something there?
No, pretty much just that. I think it's going to be a very good thing. Learning from past launches, especially in this market, I think it's important to adapt a little bit. And this way, like you said, we are concentrating the funds into that farm. Still going to be have the opportunity. This is definitely not a long-term thing, but for the moment we're starting out like that. Eventually we'll probably have votes for adding new tokens.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Matic's a really strong token to be farming. I mean, clearly not financial advice, but it's held up very well in relative terms in the bear market. And there's a lot of bullish news coming out, surrounding mainstream adoption, mainstream interest. They're being selected for the accelerator program with Disney, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm really excited about farming some Matic on a personal level.
Yeah, just today I saw that Matic was the #1 trending crypto on Twitter. So lots of momentum on that, and could be great timing for us to get some PegHub action on there.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. So in terms of some of the other improvements, we know that during the SnowPegs launch, we saw a number of large investors jump into the Genesis farms, but clearly, didn't have any intention to stay. So they reaped the rewards of those very lucrative Genesis farms, and then, dumped their tokens. So one of the steps we're taking to mitigate the risk of that is slightly increasing the fees to jump into Genesis. So the fee will be set at 3%. So really that is, a step we're putting in place to make sure that, there's something in place for people to go, I'm committing to this 3%, and therefore, it makes sense for me to stay beyond the Genesis farms and take advantage of farming the tokens that I earn through that. So that's the next improvement. A couple of other things. So the protocol in itself will still be very, very lucrative. The APRs are going to be insane, but we have lowered the expansions as well. So at the point that the bootstrap phase ends, the volume of tokens in terms of Polymatic will be significantly lower than the equivalent number of peg tokens that we would have had at the end of the SnowPegs bootstrap phase. So again, I think that will set us up for success and make sure that we maintain or certainly stay close to peg, which of course is key to making sure that we have those nice juicy share prices, and therefore we maintain those really attractive APRs
and buybacks.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it'll be the case as always that PHub will benefit from what would have been the dev allocation from the protocol. So assuming we have a strong launch, which with these steps we fully anticipate, then we're really looking forward to increasing PHub buybacks. And as Aaron's talked about in Bombshell Monday this week, the upside potential in PHub is just incredible. We're going to continue, increasing the sources of revenue that PHub has, and this is just the next step on that journey.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so I think those are probably the main improvements that we've implemented. But Marky Diamond, is there anything that I've forgotten to cover?
I don't think forgotten to cover, but maybe just chatting through the higher deposit fee on the Genesis farm. I think just to explain, there's still going to be a massive benefit to the farm because unlike previous launches, we're focusing down on 2 Genesis farms. So you'll only be able to do Matic and USDC. So instead of splitting the Genesis pool 3 ways, it's only split 2 ways. So your APR per pool is going to be much higher.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're still going to be extremely lucrative to earn your initial peg tokens.
Yep. And then afterwards, those peg tokens that you've accumulated, you'll be able to put them in the farms. And in the same fashion, there's only going to be 1 farm starting out. So all those allocations of the poly share are going to be going to that farm. So it's going to be should have a much higher APR.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you will be able to farm your poly shares, and the fact that we've only got 1 peg tokens means that the rewards channel towards that farm will be higher than what we've previously seen for other share farms. So that in itself actually is another improvement that I've missed, given it gives people really attractive options in terms of how to earn with their shares. You've got the boardroom and a really attractive share farm as well. And clearly, the more we have in the share farms, the more liquidity we have, and therefore that supports price stability as well. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions or comments on the PolyPegs launch, feel free just to pop them in the chat. But as a reminder, the website will be going up on the 17th and the Genesis farms will be kicking off on the 24th. So I'll say it one more time. If you've not got your Bomb Evolution NFT, you will need one. So you can grab that over at bombevolution.com.
All right, we have a question. Will the PHub buybacks from PolyPegs go live day 1 or temporarily delayed like SnowPegs?
Yeah, so it's a good question. So we are ensuring that the automation is in place in advance of the launch. We will need to ensure that the protocol is in good health and that the share prices are sufficiently strong for us to begin with those. But as I say, with the steps that we're taking, we would fully hope and anticipate that would be the case. A great question, though. Thank you. Awesome. If anyone's got any other questions, feel free to just pop them in. All right. In that case, let's move on just to talk a bit about the mobile app and the referral scheme.
Oh, yeah. So, and sorry, I was going to say, before we get into the mobile app, I think another question people may have is, where's Aaron? And the answer is, well, he spent the entire night working on this mobile app because we're trying to get this out as soon as possible because we know how impactful this is going to be for our ecosystem. So yeah, it's funny, I'm in the same time zone as him, and then wake up and there's messages like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. He's like, I just fixed this. I just launched this. So once he gets on a roll, it's hard to get him to go to sleep. So we're very excited though, and it's getting close. So let's let Rob give you a couple of highlights.
Yeah, for sure. No, really excited, and there genuinely is work going on around the clock to make sure that we progress that as quickly as we can. But yeah, I think everyone's kind of broadly familiar with what we're trying to achieve with the mobile app. But a quick reminder: so this is going to deliver, the simplest way for anyone, regardless of their level of knowledge around crypto or investing in general to earn high yields on their cryptocurrency. So really, you'll be able to download an iOS and an Android app, and literally within 2 minutes, you'll be able to set up a full Web3 wallet and, either bring in some crypto that you already own, or buy it with your debit or credit card and begin earning on it. It genuinely is that simple. Within 2 minutes, you'll be able to do all of those things. And really what we're trying to achieve is that Web 2.7 experience that we've talked about. So bridging the gap between Web 2 and 3. So giving our users the experience that we've all come to know and expect from our banks, from Amazon, from the KEXs, but delivering the benefits that you can only have in the Web3 world, in the form of full transparency, the incredible APRs that can be offered, etc. So that is really what our app is going to deliver, and therefore it puts us in prime position to break into new segments. So those who either aren't in crypto at the moment because they've been they just haven't had the knowledge or confidence to get started, and even those who are currently in the space but just want a simpler way to do things and earn high yields. So the app will offer single staking. We're going to just be starting with Bitcoin when we launch in Q4, but we'll quickly expand that to offer other assets, and we will offer fixed term staking. So you will have a defined APR over a choice of fixed deposit periods. And that's great for investors because it gives them full clarity over what they can expect in the way of return, which we all like. But it's also great for us because the yields are going to be powered through our senior edge protocols, and having at least a good degree of certainty over how long we'll have those funds with us for means that we can effectively manage those and put those to use within our protocols. And that in turn means that we're, it's supporting us really bring health to our ecosystem as a whole.
Yep. Very important detail that you're mentioning. Just to reiterate that, it means that anyone currently in our ecosystem are going to be benefiting a lot from everything we're trying to do. Benefiting the most, if anything. So you guys really are the core of what we're trying to help bring health to our protocols and our investors.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, everyone, both in the ecosystem at the moment and, those yet to jump in are going to benefit from this. So, this app genuinely is a game changer. We're at a fairly advanced stage of prototype. To be honest, prototype's probably downselling the stage that we're currently at. But there are some there's some of the sort of underlying technical work surrounding the smart contracts, etc., that we're still working through the finer detail of. And once we've done that, we'll be able to firm up what our expected launch date will be. But we anticipate that will certainly be within Q4.
Yeah, and we really want to make sure we go to market with as strong a product as possible, because you get one chance to make a first impression, and when people are going to download Bomb Money app, we want them to be wowed. And right now they would be already, but we just want to make sure there's no bugs, and nothing that can go wrong. So it's just going to take a little bit of time to get that perfect product out there, but we're very confident that when people see this and download it, the reviews are going to be amazing. The referral system is going to be amazing, which we'll get to shortly. And it's going to bring in a ton of revenue into all of our ecosystem. So it's just very, very, very exciting for Aaron and the team to just get working and get this out there.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess just to summarize, how does this help the ecosystem? So, the mobile app is going to help us break into new segments. We're going to therefore be bringing in a high volume of new users and associated inflows, because the returns or the mobile app yields are going to be generated through the seniorage protocols. That means that we bring funds, we bring liquidity into those, which therefore helps increase the peg token price. In doing that and returning the protocols to health, it positively impacts the share token price, which increases the APRs across the farms and increases the PHub buybacks as well, given they benefit from an allocation of those. So I guess the mobile app really we see as being the tide that lifts all boats, and hence the reason that we really are incredibly excited about it. And this is probably quite a nice segue into the referral scheme. So based on the mobile app, it would be a success fairly organically based on our marketing, but actually we want to go beyond that to really get the word out there, and we'll be doing that in the form of a referral scheme. So to explain how that'll work in practice, and I don't anticipate any changes, but I'll just caveat, I guess, we might refine slightly. So it'll be the case that once you've downloaded the app, you can tell your friends, tell your family about it. You'll have an ability to generate a referral code. And then if your friend or family member decides to sign up and deposit a minimum of $100 into a stake position, then you as the person that referred your friend would be credited with a $50 stake deposit. And they would also benefit from that $50 referral stake deposit as well. Now, it'll be the case that those rewards as stake positions won't be able to be withdrawn early. So they will be tied up likely for a minimum of 3 months. But clearly, the huge thing is it's not just $50 that both parties are getting, because there's the APR on top of those for the deposit period. That means that they'll just be, really doubling down on, their rewards. And the beauty of the way that we've got this structured is it's so scalable. So, little old me, I can maybe refer a few friends, a few family members and be rewarded for that. But a huge influencer with massive reach, well, actually, they can be receiving hundreds or thousands in the way of referrals and the associated rewards that come with that. But the beauty is the way that we've got it structured is actually, there's no way to game the system, and we regardless of what the user does, from a sort of financial perspective, there's no downside to the protocol. It's just a good thing for us because it brings more investors in, and it's a good thing, of course, for those that are receiving the rewards as well.
Absolutely.
Thank
you for that. Well, we do have a couple questions.
Yeah.
Let me start out. Excited for Bomb mobile app. So am I. So am I. So are all of us, I think. This is going to be totally amazing. Noob here and looking at this new as a new investment. Thanks for making yourself available. If you have time and it's not far off from the agenda as a new investor, differences between PHub and Bomb. Well, that's a good question.
It is. No, it's a great question, and actually ties to a blog that we'll be publishing over the next couple of days. So to give you an overview, PHub is our revenue sharing token. So you can almost think about it like buying shares in our ecosystem. If you believe in the success of the team and what we're setting out to achieve, then PegHub is a great token that you might want to consider pulling into your portfolio. So usually it's the case that protocols have a dev allocation. So devs receive a chunk of share tokens, for example, from each protocol on a daily basis. But actually Aaron, our CEO, is the good guy he is, decided to repurpose those. And instead of them coming to him, they have been redirected buying back PegHub on the open market. So that means, particularly when our protocols are in a strong position, that there's constant buy pressure on the PegHub token. But it's not just the case that those are being taken out of circulation. Actually, those rewards are being redistributed, those tokens are being distributed to those who are staking their PegHub. And if you think about the revenue sharing mechanism, along with the fact that there's only a supply of 10,000 tokens and there's no mint function, then actually that gives you very, very strong tokenomics and a lot of upside potential. Particularly, as we were saying earlier, there's going to be more and more in the way of revenue streams supporting buybacks based on everything that we've got coming up. Yeah. So that's the PegHub summary. Do you guys want to add anything before I give an overview of BOM?
I would just say, like back when we had a couple of protocols healthy and there were buybacks going, you saw PegHub priced at around $700. And we still think that was a relatively low price for the PegHub token, considering the fact we're going to have the app driving funds into all the ecosystem. And as we mentioned in a previous AMA, it's not that much funds required for all protocols to be above peg, which would generate buybacks from every protocol. And that's the end goal here from the app and everything we're pushing. So yeah, just to give like historical prices of PegHub already, considering just a couple of healthy protocols, was around $700. So not financial advice, but it's hard not to see similar prices and much higher if all of our protocols get back above peg. And considering we did see that in a bear market and the bear market's continued, if we see any type of a reversal in a bull market, plus everything we've got going, like the possibility is exponential. So that's just my take on the PegHub token.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It really does have insane upside potential. I mean, just continually expanded revenue streams, very limited supply, and everything that we've got going on that will increase protocol revenue means that, it's certainly something to look into. In terms of BOM, so BOM will be the native token of BOM chain that I've not actually talked about during today's AMA, but we will be launching our very own delegated proof of stake blockchain also in Q4. And BOM will be the gas token for that. It will be the governance token for that. And validators will be required to hold and stake BOM, to be a validator to keep our network safe and secure. And they will share in the transaction fees. So there's a lot of upcoming utility for BOM. And then you layer in some of the developments that we're expecting in the future. Well, we're not expecting, that will be coming in the future. So through the app, we will be offering additional tiers for BOM holders. So basically, if you hold a certain number of BOM, you'll be able to benefit from a higher APR through staking your crypto. So BOM, has been around for some time, but because of the sort of renewed focus of it and everything that's coming up on BOM chain, again, there's a lot of upside potential, particularly given it's designed to be pegged to Bitcoin at 10,000 to 1 ratio. So I was looking at the numbers earlier based on current liquidity, and it would be less than a couple of $100,000 in buys that would be required to get that up to peg. And with all of the new eyes that the app, the chain are going to bring, that's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, that's for sure.
Child's play.
Yeah. Great question, though. Hopefully that helps. If anything was unclear, just feel free to ask.
Yeah. Does have a couple follow-ups. Also, what would you recommend as an initial investment into the to take advantage of the whole system? PegHub token or something else? Thanks.
Yeah, so another good question, and I'll give the usual disclaimer of this not being financial advice. I think PegHub is a really simple way to take advantage of everything that we've got going on. But equally, building a balanced portfolio is something that you should always look to do. So if you're bullish on crypto in general, having a look at our farms where you can grow your bag in terms of a whole host of blue chip cryptos would be something to check out. The share tokens, it's the case that, again, there's a lot of upside potential with those, but they do carry more, inherent volatility, just given the nature of share tokens. So, I think, just building a balanced portfolio that's reflective of what you are bullish on is something that I would always suggest. But guys, what would you say?
I think that was a nice balanced answer. Something we're trying to build as well with not only the app, but also PegHub.com, one of the websites we have built and are continuing to develop by adding more offerings. Is the fact that you can pick and choose what cryptos you're interested in. You can, if there's, like you said, if there's some crypto assets that you are very bullish on, then you have the opportunity with our app to start farming them. And
I'm not going to suggest anybody copies me, but I think just sharing what my portfolio breakdown, I've got about 50% of everything in PegHub token, because I just believe everything that the team's doing and the success of all the protocols. I feel like that it's not only like a moonshot, but it's also a constant source of revenue where we're going to be, with the buybacks, you're going to continue to grow your position. So I'm very bullish on PegHub. I've got, like I said, about 50% in PegHub, and then the rest I have split up in what Diamond was just saying, the PegHub auto vaults. So I've not all of them, because there's a couple tokens I don't care for, but I'm on Bitcoin, Cardano, and then some of the big ones. I've split up a lot of my portfolio into those auto vaults and just continuously watching them grow. And then just recently, I've started taking every spare dollar I can find and just starting to stack my bomb up, just in anticipation of the bomb chain coming out. So that's just what I've done. I'm definitely not advising anyone to follow me or anything, but I just sharing what my portfolio is like there.
Nice.
No, I think it's really helpful just having a sort of sample portfolio. I guess the big thing with BOM is because it's the kind of OG token of our ecosystem, but we migrated from BOM to BitBOM. It's been a token that hasn't really had any focus on it, but the fact it will become the native token of BOM chain and the various utilities that I was talking about a few minutes ago means that it's got a lot of room for growth. That's for sure. I mean, even getting back to Peg, which as I was saying, a couple 100,000 in buys to get it there would equate to a 20x. So lots of upside potential there.
Speaking of BOM Peg, kind of ties in with one of the next questions. I've started farming share tokens in anticipation of protocol volume, putting some into each share token farm. Is B-share going away, or should I be putting that capital into farming B-share instead? Well, like we said earlier, I think a balanced portfolio is a good idea. We also mentioned that bit shares and share tokens in general, in all protocols, not just ours, are the more volatile one. That being said, Bomb Chain has a native token, Bomb, and there is currently about 1.7 million of them out in circulation. The only way to get more of them is through the boardroom by staking B share. So personally, I have been picking up some B shares. I do anticipate them, again, not financial advice, but I do foresee them having a nice upside. So I wouldn't put all your capital into that. Definitely not. But no, they're not going away.
Yep. No, great answer.
All right. Love the changes. Good work. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Kind of unrelated, but is baby PegHub still a thing?
So it's a good question. Baby PegHub is something that we may look to sort of bring into the ecosystem more firmly in the future. We've talked in the past about potentially having a protocol that centers around meme coins, because we know a lot of people do like them, and I'm sure Baby PegHub could do very well in that kind of setting. But when we shaped our strategy and roadmap, we went through a really comprehensive prioritization exercise, taking account of the value that various things would bring to the ecosystem, and overlaying the work that would be required to deliver those. And Baby PegHub was certainly part of those considerations, but just didn't come out towards the top of the list. So watch this space, but no firm plans around it at the moment.
Pure fire. All of this. And this is very helpful. Thank you. You're very welcome, sir.
Yeah, pleasure. Great. I think that's us at the end of the questions. But if anyone's got anything else, or just any comments, any feedback, we'd love to hear from you. But yeah, guys, Marky, Diamond, just while we're waiting for anything else to roll in, anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm just very excited about our eminent penetration of the traditional finance market. We've got a ton lined up here as soon as this bomb app comes, and it's all kind of aligning perfectly. Like some things we didn't even plan, that's just falling into place. And the success is almost guaranteed when like even half of this comes out. So we've got the Bomb mobile app coming out, which is going to be targeted to the TradFi right as we're heading into our big live event in Toronto. So we're going to be showcasing that as our feature product at that event. And at the same time, we're also going to be having, and I've been teasing this a little bit, and we're almost ready to disclose, but we're going to have a massive national media campaign going with Aaron as a crypto spokesperson with audiences over 1 million weekly. And these are all TradFi folks. And that's why we really need to get, and why we've shifted our focus towards that demographic, because once these people hear about the app and hear about it from like a respected business source, and hear Aaron talking about crypto, and it's all just going to tie in together, and we have to be able to deliver that perfect customer experience to those people. And that's what we're working on here. And I'm very confident that we'll be able to deliver that and get all our protocols back well above peg very soon, very soon. That's probably why Michelle's got all those fires going there.
Yeah, for sure. No, completely would echo everything that you've said, Marky. I think, the app just is the perfect way to break into those new segments. Yeah, very excited about it.
Yeah. We do have another question in chats. Hey guys, it's clear that the mobile app will be the best choice for newcomers, but the new version of the PegHub app has been live for a few weeks now. Have we seen any traction there? Great question.
Yeah, no, it's a great question. Thanks, Orson. So, have we seen any traction? Yes, but not at the levels that we would like. We'll continue to focus on bringing attention to the PegHub D app, because clearly making sure that we serve those more advanced DeFi users remains a key part of the strategy, and the PegHub brand and the associated app absolutely is not going anywhere. So yeah, we'll continue to put focus on that. Traction, yes, but not to significant levels that we would like, which I hate to say, I think is in large part due to the persisting challenging market conditions. But there's no point focusing on that. We just have to be continually looking for new ways to bring attention to our offering, and that's absolutely what we'll be doing. So I hope that helps. But any follow-ups, do shout.
Yeah, I would just add to that what we found was, I really feel like the PegHub D app is almost as simple as you can get in DeFi, with explanatory videos guiding people step by step. Yet people that are used to traditional banking and a banking app and sites like that, they're still scared to open up a Chrome extension. They don't really understand what that is. Open up a Web3 wallet. Interacting with DeFi is still foreign to them, and that's something that I don't know it's going to change anytime soon until it becomes more mainstream. And that's one of the main reasons why we're so focused on the app, because that user experience, you don't need to understand the DeFi. You don't need to understand what Web3 wallet is. It handles everything for you. So you don't need to install an extension. You literally just download the app and you click a button and you've got your Web3 wallet. So as simple as the PegHub app is, it still is a barrier to entry to most people that aren't familiar with crypto. And that's kind of what we found. So yeah, we pivoted and shifted focus towards making an even simpler experience, and we're going to deliver that, and we're going to get all those customers.
Yeah.
We do have another question, kind of a follow-up to add to what Orson said. Is there any way to make to at least make traction visible for community or something like that, or would it be beneficial?
It's a great question. So obviously, I guess traction can be there are various metrics you could use to sort of measure traction. Conversion rates, your TVL, your buybacks, etc., and a whole host more. One thing I would like to implement is a sort of monthly strategy update, where we talk about what's been going on in the ecosystem in a nice, concise summary, but also talk about how we're progressing in terms of getting towards the KPIs that we outlined in our strategy document as well. So it needs some further thought, and but I do like the idea. So yeah, we leave it with us. But I think it's a really good shout.
Can you remind me what the KPI is for PHub price?
Yeah, it's 10K by 2025.
Oh, I just like hearing that. Sorry.
I suspected. I was like, you know this, but yeah, which sounds very high, but it really would not take a whole load in terms of buys to achieve that. And as we keep on saying, based on everything we've got going on and the additional revenue the protocols are going to be generating, that price target by 2025 is very much achievable.
Oh yeah. Lots of stuff in the works for Bomb and PegHub. Absolutely. And I'm sure ETH pegs will be the best thing we will get. I can't wait for that either. That's going to be, I think, pretty huge. Going to have fun with that one.
Yeah, totally. Well, I was very happy with the outcome in terms of the chain that we're expanding onto next in Polygon. But yeah, I'm very excited for the Ethereum launch. I mean, we know there's a lot of money there for one, but just generally, it's a great thing to be able to expand our offering to allow users to be able to earn high yields on ETH.
Yep.
That's one I will definitely be stacking once we get on ETH pegs. I guess we need all content X on the brand naming team. ETH pegs.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Any other questions, comments at all? Okay, if there's not, then just a quick final summary wrap up. So PolyPegs, our expansion onto Polygon, look out for the website going live on the 17th, and then the Genesis farms kicking off on the 24th. Bomb app, we are developing at lightning speed. So again, there'll be no shortage of updates coming on that, along with Bomb chain as well. So keep your eyes peeled, and we'll also have a new couple of websites actually to support those. So that'll be great once those are finalized. And yeah, just a big thanks to all of you for joining or listening back. And yeah, we'll maybe just give it a final 30 seconds, and if not, then
we got one more snuck in.
Okay, snuck in.
Can you explain how the Genesis farms work?
For sure. Yeah. So the Genesis farms are the initial distribution of the peg tokens. So in this case, it will be Polymatic. So basically, you'll be able to deposit USDC or Matic to the PolyPegs Genesis farms, and you'll pay your deposit fee. That'll be the 3%, and for doing that, you will take advantage of the very lucrative Genesis farms. You'll get your peg tokens, which you can then deposit to begin farming. You'll have to pair those with Matic, and yeah, so that's the kind of overview. And the final thing that I just forgot to mention there is you will need a Bomb Evolution NFT to be able to get into the Genesis farm. So you can do that at bombevolution.com. Hopefully that's useful, but any follow-ups, do just let us know.
I think we missed a very important comment here.
Oh, yeah.
Always the most important.
Not quite sure what that stands for. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I agree with whatever it is.
Awesome. Okay, it doesn't look like there are any other questions rolling in. So thank you guys again. Remember to like the video. If you could subscribe as well, if you haven't already, that would be awesome. And please do just keep on spread the word on everything that we've got going on. But yeah, thanks again. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys, and thanks for everybody watching later. And we'll see you Friday at the Twitter Spaces. Let's forking go.
There we go. We have it.
Thanks for explaining that.
Have a great day, everyone.
Guys. See you guys.